Hello YouTubers, and today I have my opinion slash review of the Sennheiser HD820. Look at these babies here. They're quite special. Anyway, so I got these here because I am out on the market looking for a pair of over-ear headphones that can deliver to me the sound that I'm used to in terms of dynamics and detail when from my IEMs. So basically I listen to IEMs. I've always listened to IEMs all my life. I just like IEMs. I think they got amazing sound. And back in the day before ANC, IEMs were the only way to sort of, go out and about, and because they got amazing sound isolation. But when I'm at home and stuff, I miss the, it's a bit of a faff to put them on and take them out, and sometimes I don't want to have stuff plugged into my ears. So my go-to headphones have been like the Sennheiser HD660 Dos. I really love these, I like them, but they do like a little bit of punch and dynamics to the sound. So I went out on a buying spree to try and find some over-ear headphones that would cut it in terms of delivering IEM experience with the convenience of an over-ear headphone. So I stumbled upon these. They were on Sennheiser, refurbished, so still very expensive, but at least not the full price. So I got them, and I'm not impressed with them. I'm not impressed. But before we talk about sound, the construction. Sennheiser nails it in terms of construction. This feels like a premium product. It's all made of plastic, except like the pads here, but it's very high quality plastic. Sennheiser really nails on the plastic construction situation. It's really good because it makes them light. You got like the slide mechanism works really well. You can use your thumbs to kind of adjust it at the top here. I really like that. The design looks futuristic and quite they're massive, right? So these things are massive. The headband is nice and plush, but the neoprene material kind of situation there, and then you got like some velour pads here with leather on the side here. The pads do come out, and this is just a push fit. Oh, and there's like this filter inside, and this might be the only part of the headphone. See the driver there? Might be the only part of the headphone that I feel is cheap, because the push fit here, it feels, it does the job, but it just feels cheap. And the pads are cushioned, but not too cushioned. But they don't need to be, because the clamp force is quite low on this. And then when you look inside, you can see that the beautiful, is it 56mm diaphragm? And I found out, I didn't know that this is like a donut diaphragm. So basically the centerpiece here is missing. So it's basically a ring. There's a ring here, and that's how the diaphragm works. And I thought that was pretty cool. Just because it's cool to have a donut diaphragm. Yeah, so in terms of construction, I think these feel quite good. In terms of comfort, I think they're okay. They're all right. They're comfortable. They almost no pressure on your ears here. The isolation. This is supposed to be closed back. So one of the big advantages of closed backs is isolation. Yeah, it isolates a little bit, but not too much. So it's not something that isolates a lot of sound. It's quite thin here. The comfort is okay. I think they're quite huge. Yeah, the comfort is okay. I still prefer the comfort on here. I think people complain about the clamp force, but I just feel like it's a little bit more even and yeah. But these don't put a lot of pressure on your ears here. Some people complain about the poor seal, and I guess if you have a smaller head, you will have because if you break this seal here, well, yeah, then it's gonna spoil the sound a little bit. This got like this glass reflector here, sound reflector, because the idea with these was that they would deliver like an open soundstage, like open bags, namely the 800s, HD800, but with a closed design. And in terms of soundstage, they actually achieve that, you know, because these sound very spacious, you know, like you can hear little things here and there and everywhere, you know, like, so in that sense, these are quite remarkable. The detail is also another feature that is quite remarkable on this. The only thing that comes close to this in terms of detail that I've tried is the IE600s, the IE900s, of course. The HD660s don't really cut it as much in the detail, and the focal clear MGs also don't cut it in terms of detail. The detail on here, the micro detail, is like you can there's a lot of stuff, you know, like the bass is really good when the track calls for it, or can be very good, and it's very textures and all that. So in terms of detail, they're really good. So nothing wrong with the sound then. Yeah, wide stage, plenty of detail. Yeah, right. You know, like there's a hollowness to the sound. I feel like I'm listening to sound inside the cavern. You remember those old Windows kind of like sound profiles that you could pick, like Hall? Yeah, it feels a little bit like that. If you're into that kind of a sound signature, yeah, then this is going to be for you, but it's not for me. The sound feels a little bit distant. It sounds a little bit hollow. The detail and everything is there. I tried to get used to it. I thought, look, you know, let my brain adjust to this. But I just don't want to listen to music with these. I just didn't find myself listening to music with these. So yeah. So the nothing particularly wrong. You know, I think everything. The detail, as I say, is there and everything. But they have a way of making music feel boring. You know, I couldn't find. Maybe King Hannah was one of the few artists that I really enjoyed listening to through here, but most of the music is just boring, especially if you are going from like a focal clear MG onto here. You're just like, what? You know, like you're having fun with the focals, then you come onto this and it's like, all right, okay, it's really, really boring. So not exciting at all. I don't know what kind of music would do well, or what kind of, you know, maybe you like that kind of stuff, maybe just in the background. But the things like the sound is so distant and kind of a hollow that even just as background music doesn't cut it for me either. So, you know, I read a lot of reviews saying that the sound was off with this, and I was kind of hoping that there was just people's reviews and people's opinions. But I have to agree with you know, the general sense out there that these just don't cut it, and especially when you consider the price, they really don't cut it. I have more fun listening to the HD60S2s than I do listening to these. How do you figure that? I don't know. I don't know how the same brand makes a headphone which is like engaging. You know, the frequency response is a lot more even than here. You know, like yeah, okay, these are technically superior, but you know, yeah, they don't make you engaging with music as much as you know, the much cheaper HD660S2. So in that respect, this is a bit of it's a big disappointment. Yeah, I'm really out of words for it. It's just like they don't sound great. The sound sounds off. Plenty of detail, plenty of space, but unfortunately it also sounds kind of hollow and distant and unengaging kind of situation. So that's my 2 cents. If you're out on the market for a closed back, well, you can give these a try, but if you have the money. But I couldn't really find myself enjoying these, so that's my 2 cents for the Sennheiser HD820. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you around.